Hello out there. Welcome to another episode of Clicked, where we sit down with some of Deltek's brightest stars and we get a chance to listen and learn a little bit more about their journey and what makes them so successful. So I'm your host, DK, and today we're sitting with Kendall Trautz, an SDR who serves on the PPM team under Sean Mitchell. And he's going to share with us what has made him so successful up to this point. So Kendall, thank you so much for joining us today on Clicked. How you doing?
I'm doing great today, DK. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure's mine, man. Pleasure's mine. Listen, we're super excited to get to sit down with you and let us kind of peek behind the curtain of Kendall's world, right? So let's jump right in. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What brought you here to Deltek?
Well, DK, I'm born and raised in Northern Virginia in the Annandale Falls Church area. I graduated from James Madison University in 2019 with a degree in communications. During college, I worked a lot of odd jobs, restaurants, maintenance at local apartment buildings, all sorts of things. And then when I graduated college, I knew I wanted to get into sales. And luckily I had a few friends from college who worked at Deltek. Some are still with the company, some have moved on. And they talked to me about Deltek. And after doing some research, contacting those people I had within the organization, one thing led to another, and here I am.
It's awesome, man. It's all about a professional network, right? Sometimes who you know and getting to kind of peek into their world, learn what's happening for them and what works for them. Maybe that can work for you. And it sounds like it has, man. You've making some noise here already, right? Last month you hit 133% attainment, bringing in 12 SAOs against a goal of 9, mind you. You're currently at 44% to goal. And for the sake of the people watching this, we've recorded this the first week of the month. So you're almost halfway there already. So I got to tell you, man, that's awesome, right? I don't think I need to say that, but can you tell us, how were you able to get that done? What is attributing to your success right now?
Well, that's a great question, DK. For starters, I think having a really open relationship, a good line of communication with my reps has really allowed me to grow within this quarter. On top of that, just being constant and holding myself accountable for what I can control. Keeping up with KPIs, making sure I'm circling back with people I had good conversations with a few months back, and maybe now is a good time to talk. So just continually to fuel the pipeline, the funnel that I have, staying on top of myself, and as I said, holding myself accountable.
And that's awesome. It sounds like you're really applying the things you've learned along the way, and you're leveraging your experiences and turning them into kind of like launching pads for new opportunities, right? So tell us, Kendall, what do you do? What does Kendall do to stay motivated along the way? How do you shake things up every day to keep it all interesting?
I definitely like to break up the monotony of it all, taking advantage of the remote work lifestyle. I'm young, I'm 25. So, if I have a tough morning, I'll be able to take a good break. Occasionally I'll go work out during lunch and really clear my head and attack the afternoon. On top of that, just, taking the time to reflect on my past calls, past emails, and just learning from the experience, talking with my team members, talking with my reps, just trying to keep things fresh and top of mind.
And nice. I always say that you have to find different ways. Everyone has to keep things fresh and keep it interesting along the way, because what we do is a grind. We call it a grind for a reason, because it can be tumultuous, right? It's very tough, man. But it sounds like you found ways to do that, man. So Kendall, the question we're all waiting to hear you answer, that's why you're here, right? When did it all just click for you?
Well, DK, I've been in the SDR program for a little over 2 years now, and I know that's a little bit longer than some people expect to go through an SDR program. But that first year, I came on in March, the first week of March, right before everything went remote. So I consider myself, that first class of remote SDRs, and there was a lot of just uncertainty, out in the market within organizations, as well as with myself. A lot of uncertainty of, the future, what it has in store.
And so this is right when the pandemic hit, right? Oh,
so
wow.
So I was able to meet my team members that first week, and then from then on out, it was fully remote. So about a year in to the process, I was still at the associate level, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And I had to sit down with my manager, Sean, and we really just talked about what my goals were on a macro level and a micro level, and just slowly building every single time to accomplish those goals. So I'd say about a year in, I had that sit down. We went over how I'm approaching the day, how I'm shooting out emails, how I'm, introducing myself on calls, and really pulling the curtain back and diving in and understanding, what I can do to, better provide, opportunities for myself. So I'd say about a year in, that's when it really started to click, and understanding where I fit into the equation within the organization and within, the market with the solutions that we provide, how I can, best provide services to our customers. So about a year in.
And you know what, and there's no right or wrong answer to that. I tell people all the time, everybody's journey is different, but I think what you just shared some resilience, some perseverance, and really to say, circumstances aren't going to dictate my outcome. So Kendall, dude, it's been awesome for us to get to sit down and get to know you a little bit more, learn about your aha moment, and just learning what's been fueling your success, man. So thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thanks, DK. I'm excited for what's in store for the future.
And I am for you. All right, Kendall. Thank you so much. Everyone, thank you for joining another session of Clicked. We will see you next time.